Night falls over Gotham, all is covered in shadow. Don't walk in the alleys or run off in the narrows. See, there are worse things to get you in the night than mobsters. Gotham is a city that is rife with monsters. Once upon a time, Dr. Jonathan Crane, a prominent psychologist with a logical brain, he went probably insane. Johnny's methodology strange. He learned to bottle up fear into a bodily spray. With his medical case, he wears a sack on his face, and his readily made mace puts you back in your place, like it's back in the day, and you're regressing in years. He's attacking the brain waves, manifesting your fears, as he's pressing his ears close to your childish screams. He'll make you see things you wouldn't in your wildest dreams, and he'll smile with glee while he's so scared that your hair grows white in the fright of the night with the scarecrow. So there goes another rogue in the gallery, professor at the asylum, Gotham's home of insanity. I know the humanity that is Arkham mental institution is gruesome, nasty men like Harvey Dent. He was a noble man. He tried to bring an end to Maroney's gang, but his only plan was to bring him to justice. Naive young man as he was to trust this. He took him to court, and when he had him in place, Boss Maroney threw a bottle of acid right in his face. Disgraced and mutilated, Harvey snapped, half district attorney and half is cracked, and then after that, he led his life in double. One side is fine, but the other one is trouble, and he'll hurt you more than a kick in the groin. Two-Face was born with the flip of a coin. It's a limited choice. You either live or you die. There's 50-50 chances on if you survive, but you're risking your life. Living in Gotham anyway, where innocents die nightly. They've been dropping every day in every way. Some are quite unlikely. Died by a psychotic vine, it might be. Poison ivy, she's as deadly as nightshade. Eyes persuade men, envelop them in a blind haze. Pheromone mind games, it's a mystery. Now we're into a nice age, it's Victor Freeze, and his wife's disease means that he needs the peas. So he steals, though he really doesn't mean to be a bad guy, but he's cold-blooded literally, and he needs to keep the heat beneath 3 degrees or he'll cease to breathe, so he keeps it under the temperature of Antarctica. Pick up a penguin, here comes the emperor. Many things to say, and I could talk an awful lot about the penguin, aka Oswald Cobblepot. I'll chop a lot so I can keep it short. He's an old crime lord with a beak of sorts and a rickety leg. Since he was a young fella, he would kill a man dead with a gun and an umbrella, whatever the weather. He's got a brolly in hand, top hat and monocle like the Monopoly man, and he's toppling gangs, robbing till his property spans from the bottom of Gotham up into the top of the land. From an uppity clan, Cobblepot can handle a plan, and he's always on the clock, like the calendar man. Now abandon that tangent. He's a random old character, like Professor Pig, but they're a bigger animal savager, like this kid called Wayland with a rare disease that made his skin all scaly with sharpened teeth. He was marked a beast and always met with a shock, so now he lives in the sewers. They call him the Killer Croc. He is built like a tank with an armoured hide, so many killed for the rank of the hardest guy. And there are as many bloody murder victims as the scars upon the body of Victor Zaz. He was once the biggest killer, but the game has changed. Now there's a figure in the distance, and his name is Bane. He remains in pain, never be the same again. Since a government experiment to change his frame in amazing ways. It wasn't wise advice. They injected him with venom, now he's twice the size. And there's a mask in the place where his likeness hides, and all you'll see of his face or his lifeless eyes. But he might surprise you with his intellect. Not just a prize fight bruiser, he's in your head. If he wins, you're dead. You better face the facts. This man will rinse you in chest, then he'll break your back. But if we're talking intelligence, it's a little remiss to never mention the cleverest. Now riddle me this. What happens when a guy called Edward Nigma, maligned for his mind egghead with stigma, decides on a life of crime amid the bad guys on the rise? Meet the Riddler, leaving clues for police to test his smarts. You know who was the thief by the question mark. He respects the art of investigative deduction, making instructions for evaded destruction, but cryptically written, so just to read the file, you'll need a keener mind than Selena Kyle, a Felina file. Cat lover in Latin, though it's been a while since black rubber and satin have come back into fashion. But try telling her that she's one hell of a woman and a hell of a cat. The weapon she packs is a leather whip, she cracks it, and anyone curious to try killing the cat. If you're willing to die, try and shoot her straight in the chest. But she started with 9 lives, now there's 8 of them left. Place your bets, which villain rated the best? Now we're taking the test, who is overtaking the rest? Just a taste of the cesspool, I'm just picking a slice like Mr. Freeze. These are the tip of the iceberg, lounge lizards and fireflies, criminals all. Powerful wizards, hide guys, villainous schools, but I guess that would do. What did you think I'd forgotten?
Nothing.
The most rotten of the lot that Gotham's ever begotten. He is top of the list, listen, he is not in the bottom. An unstoppable problem mocking cops in Gotham so often. He's been going so long I lose all sense of time. He is the one true clown prince of crime, with a skin so wide might look a shade unhealthy. Smile wide like it was made in Chelsea. Ruby red lips and the greenest hair. He wears a purple suit fixed with an evil stare, and he means to scare you as well as make you laugh. He's a comedian at heart, but his nature's dark, and he raised the bar with his indignant humour. He's funny ha-ha like a malignant tumour. Rig the broom to boom, a flash in the pan, but when his pistol shoots, it's just a flag that says bang. Original prankster, gangster for hire, but if you're buying his time, there's a high chance you'll die in a fire with your money and your drugs and guns, because he finds it kind of funny, sheds blood for fun, and he's number one, Gotham's most wanted son. Once he's on the run, you know the hunt's begun, but the little is really known about this criminal's history, not his name or his home, origin or ethnicity. It's a mystery, and the simplicity is why he's fast surpassing all the mask, and he's got it to a mastered art. You can't start playing poker when the cards are marked, the game is over, and the Joker is the last to laugh.